racists and realize what a profound change that would make in their life. Right? They, the goal of the Civil Rights Movement was legislation. And in the same way, we need to move America in a year beyond the fatalist acceptance of global warming. It's real, nothing we can do about it, to a determination to end it. Right? If we pass those laws, then over the next 40 years, you guys are going to have to sort of profoundly change our culture.
Why are the ice caps on Mars melting and several other planets in our solar system show signs of heating up? Isn't it really the sun that is the driving force?
No.
The sun is not the driving force in heat.
It's not the driving force of anthropogenic warming that we're seeing on this planet. Now, I'm sure Dr. Hansen had a good explanation for warming.
No, he never answered.
Okay. Solar variation has actually been going the wrong way to drive warming over the last 20 years. It's been declining a little bit intensely. We're seeing rapid warming.
So I would suggest you check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for you. In Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth, I'm sure you've seen that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, basically, my question is that, well, there was 2 graphs that he showed, the carbon dioxide trend and the temperature trend, but hundreds of other climate scientists have checked that out, and they're saying that the temperature preceded the carbon dioxide by over 800 years in some spots, so wouldn't that sort of contradict the whole mandate?
Because you heard me talk about a positive feedback loop. So in the past, what drives ice age swings in temperature are orbital wiggles. So actually quite small forcings that begin to generate positive feedback loops in the system. And one of the most important positive feedback loops is CO2. So in the past, when we were at the bottom of an ice age cycle, we began to get some warming driven by solar variation, small amounts of it. And then you would see oceans beginning to absorb less CO2, more CO2 in the atmosphere, warmer planet, thicker blanket, warmer planet, thicker blanket, warmer planet. So it doesn't at all contradict that. It's very consistent with it. It's something that climate scientists understand very well. You guys should get a bus and drive from here to Washington, D.C. for the power shift event. We're trying to get 12,000 young people there to lobby in Washington, like right in the middle of the first 100 days. It's going to be critical. And that's Focus the Nation plus power shift equals lots and lots of engagement of Congress people with young people about this clean energy future.